Here's our first guest, Sweven, recorded live at Sweven Studios. Meet the members, Jameson Harvey with Adam Bloom.
Great to be here, Jameson. Thanks for inviting me.
It's great to have you.
I feel like it's only appropriate as the founding member of Sweven, the first one to sign up, that I'm the first one on the podcast, right? Sometimes it pays off to be the early adopter.
Well, seems like it paid off for you.
It has. I couldn't be happier.
All right, so let's talk about what you do.
Okay.
And why you're here.
Like what I do professionally?
Professionally, and then we'll get into some,
right.
Some hobbies after.
So I run an executive search firm.
Okay.
What does that mean? Some people know, some people don't. And my specialty is in the life sciences sector. So I'm a consultant. My clients are pharmaceutical, biotech companies, med tech, healthcare IT, all the players around the world who are in the life sciences sector. That's who we target. That's our candidates. That's our clients.
Big players.
I'm an executive recruiter.
Okay. No small fish, just...
No small fish, only big fish.
Okay.
Yep. I run a firm. I am a player coach, so I'm in the market myself, doing the job, leading a team. Got people in London, got people dispatched throughout the U.S., work with some of the biggest companies down through some of the smallest companies that have ideas that need help pulling it through and helping them realize that opportunity.
Okay, so that's why I see you running around so much. You're meeting to meeting quickly.
Actually, that's the candy station that you guys have graciously put here at Sweven, and I run back and forth to get peanut chews.
That's your favorite? That's your favorite candy,
It's sort of
isn't it?
my fuel.
Yeah. That would be your favorite in the...
Of the selection that you guys provide here at Sweven, the Goldenberg's peanut chews are absolutely my favorite, followed by the Almond Joy.
I put a good word in for that.
Thank you.
That's my favorite. Although I am pretty partial to the sun-kissed fruit gems.
You know, I know that about you, and I like them too, but I'm very, I don't take the red ones. I know how much you love those.
More of like a yellow-green guy?
I take the yellow-green because I know those are your third and fourth choices.
Nice. All right, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many.
That's why there's so many.
Excellent.
Yep. Jawan, your colleague, does a great job of managing the candy inventory.
He does a lot of great things.
Yeah, he does.
He's stepping up our candy game.
The candy
Which
game.
If anyone that's watching and or listening doesn't know about Sweven, the most elevated co-working space in Hoboken, we've got a killer candy bar.
Killer candy.
And not just like one candy bar, like a full candy bar. People just come to Sweven just for the candy bar.
It's smart. It's good candy.
You get a tour.
It's always Halloween here at Sweven.
Yeah, without the costumes.
That's true.
I'll take it. All right, so let's talk about why you came to Sweven. What was the big deal?
Yeah.
And how did you find out about us? I don't think we've ever talked about how you found. You just showed up with all this stuff. And the guy shows up with like computers and like a bottle of like high-end whiskey, and
where can I work?
Yeah, exactly. Took the Matisse, put it right in from the art collection.
So I'm someone who always works in an office. I've never worked from home my entire career. Every time I tried, it was a disaster, right? Not sure if you are aware, you may or may not be, but we just sort of had this pretty big pandemic.
I've heard of it.
Like a virus that was making its way around planet Earth and affecting everyone, killing some, getting us all sick. And we went into quarantine, and I figured out the hard way how to work from home. I moved upstate to a home that we have in the Catskills, and I figured it out, but it was taxing. It was tough. I'm a office guy. I like to sort of be around people and work with others in real time, face to face, right? And shifted to video. Everything worked out. I figured it out. And then quarantine came to an end, and nobody was going back to my headquarter office in Fort Lee, New Jersey, which it's only 15 miles from here, but takes me 40, 45 minutes to get there and back every single day. And nobody was there, and there was no chance I was getting people back. And nor did I want to go back to that lifestyle. I actually came to appreciate the flexibility and the lifestyle of working from home.
I think you're not the only one. I think there's a lot of people that have
my relationship with my daughter, my wife, my dogs, myself.
Better quality of life.
Improved.
Yeah.
Right? This concept of work-life integration as opposed to work-life balance became a thing that I'm really still very focused on. Fortunately, I love what I do, so it's not like work. It's integrated into my life, and we're all one. Well, anyway, I came back, and, I have this nice little office set up in my apartment here in Hoboken, but I've got dogs. My wife works from home. I have a 12-year-old daughter who comes home from school at 3 o'clock with friends. The dog goes crazy when FedEx and Amazon show up, and I just needed another solution. So I started doing my research on workspaces here in Hoboken. I went to the other one. I can't even remember the name off the top of my head. But
sure, because once you come here, it's like
nothing else matters.
You forget quickly.
Right? There is another one, huh? I went there. It was cold. I was the only one in this area. There was like 100 different offices, and it was going to get a little overwhelming, but it just didn't have the vibe and the warmth that inspired me. And if I'm going to be in an environment working as hard as I do every single day, I want to be surrounded by an environment that is energizing, stimulating, and inspires me to be my best, right? I have a friend of mine who is in the real estate industry here in Hoboken, also a great friend. And he told me about Joe Costello's new shared office space. You got to go check it out. He did an amazing job decorating and designing it. This place is awesome. It's called Sweven. I'm like, Sweven? What is that? All right, I'll go check it out. I came here, and the moment I stepped in, I knew I was home.
And then you started right away, and we were still working in it.
You were. I started, Joe and Jameson and Nicole and former head of the administrative function, is no longer here, but just welcomed me with open arms. And, it was like September, and I was coming back for school. The plan was to open October 1st, but the team here just said, you know what, just start working here, Pardon our appearance, pardon our work.
Got you the espresso machine in your office.
Yeah, I'm
right?
like, but where's the coffee? And they're like, well, here, we're going to put a pod machine in your office while we figure out the cafe so you are properly caffeinated and can do your job. And gave me all these pods, and I had coffee until the cafe opened. And then I started getting my cappuccinos. And
yeah, you're a big cappuccino guy. How many of those do you think you'd go through a day?
A day?
Yeah.
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
Yeah, otherwise I won't sleep at night. If I keep going, it just keeps me up. I'm wired.
Yeah, well.
Makes sense. Espresso.
Yeah. I'd agree. Although you do have an espresso machine at home as well that you.
I do.
Like
I usually start my morning with a double espresso at home.
Okay.
Only one, and then I come here and have 2.
Right.
So I drink a lot of espresso.
So you're talking.
No wonder I can't sleep at night. Jeez.
5-6 shots of espresso a day easily.
At least.
Yeah. I'm like I do a full French press of coffee in the morning, and then just drink it throughout the day. So
yeah,
the big one.
Yeah, you're a big coffee guy.
I like coffee.
Yeah,
pride myself on good coffee.
Yeah,
like we have here.
The quality of the espresso bean probably matters more to you than it does to me.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. So that being said, what's your favorite thing about Sweven?
Oh man, there's so much. Honestly, like I could give you a bunch of, sort of BS examples or answers to that, right? Like the decor, the hospitality, the way. Honestly, I think the banter, I think the relationships that I've forged here with you and your colleagues, as well as some of the other folks that have been here, and like I can go and joke around. We could have a laugh in the middle of my stressful day, right? Like I know I could pop in and just
get a hug,
have a chat.
It's happened.
Distraction from my reality, but in a way that I just enjoy, right? And that's part of what I miss working from an office was the camaraderie, the fun elements of human-to-human interaction, right? And I miss that over the pandemic. My dog is great, but like he just does what I tell him, right? Like, and he laughs at all my jokes, and like they're not all funny, you know?
Yeah, but he knows he's getting that treat at the end, and
exactly. You're not laughing at my bad jokes.
Should we shout out your dog?
Mooski, what up?
Shout out both of them.
Yeah. Hello, Twig.
Twiggy Stardust out there.
Twiggy Stardust is
who was an office dog at one time. Oh, we have some applause. We got to get some of that applause in the beginning. Yeah, we've seen the dog in here. Not a Mooski hasn't been here, but Lisa was here. My dog was here.
Yeah, Mooski would love it here. The problem is he would follow me everywhere, which dogs do. But like once he got comfortable, right? Like if somebody was walking in the back and he was in my office, he'd start barking to protect the office. He's very much Jack Russell Poodle mix and like a guardian, you know, of everything that he's supposed to be guarding. And that's mostly me.
Yeah. I've seen that firsthand.
You have. Exactly. Exactly. And I think he'd just be distracted here. And I'd be so worried that like I'd be like, go. And he would go out and like lift his leg on the leather sofa or like on someone's leg just to mark his territory. And
but I mean, we hope it doesn't happen, but that's in reality with a dog in here. Place. Yeah, a dog friendly place that's going to happen. Okay, so
I just don't want that on my shoulders.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not. I clean enough of that up on the weekend. So, all right. So you like the way you were welcomed in?
I like the people here. I like the environment. I also really love the conveniences of everything. Right, like I find it difficult to carve out time to have lunch. Always have, because I work so much and my calendar is back to back, and like just being able to shoot in and say pizza, grilled cheese, soup, salad, whatever. Right? Like it's so
tacos.
Taco Tuesdays, the best, great new addition. It's just so convenient and just a great lifestyle. Every time I've ever needed a conference room, they're right there. I have some people come on occasion to see me. They're welcome with open arms. There's places for them to go.
Pull out the whiskey, have a glass. Sure.
I like that my window opens, that I can get fresh air.
Yeah, fresh air is
key.
Fresh
air is key.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Events, you've been to a couple of our events.
The events are amazing. Always have a great time. Always meet great people. Always feel special. I love the luncheons that we have where we get to chill out with the other members, have chats, eat food, laugh. I don't know. I just find this whole place to be super inspiring. You know, like if I was to ever set one up, this is exactly how I'd want to do it.
Coming soon.
Coming soon?
Is that what you're saying?
No. This is not my my area of expertise. I'm gonna stick to what I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How about as far as leadership? What do you look for? You're a leader yourself. Like what do you look for?
So a little bit of a pivot here, right? Like we're getting into some leadership profiles. So like,
before you answer that though, I'd want to like bounce back off of what you said before. And as a member, like you sometimes are like a mentor. Like, you know, you're a high level executive. It's great to bounce ideas off you. It's great to talk to you about life and work and stuff like that. So that's a plus for us, for the team that's here. You know, we have so many different people from different levels of responsibilities, I would say, but different industries. So it's great. I really like mirror your answer about the community and the, you know.
I appreciate that. And, you know, I never really thought about that sort of element of what a Sweven actually creates, which is like an incubator of different people that bring different things to the table for discussion, for projects, right? It'd be interesting to get groups of people together tackling and solving problems, or coming up with ideas, right? Like on new business opportunities, new products, right? Like that could be a really cool experience because you've got so many diversified people here that are obviously good at what they do, right? And, you know, for me, I started running a business at 34 years old, right? And I'm now 46 going to 47. So I've been doing it for a while. And, you know, one of the things that I promised myself, and I think too many leaders don't do this, which is, you know, promise myself to remember how it felt to work for someone else. Remember what it felt like to get led by somebody that you either respect or don't respect. And like really think about like what I look for in a leader as someone that I'm going to follow, right? And I stayed true to that for many, many years, right? And that's the leader I am, is just someone who is very approachable, someone who communicates really well, whether it's good or bad. Communication is the key to leadership, in my opinion. And married with humility, right? Like if you're a leader and you're successful, the outcome often is you're making really nice living, you have a really nice life, and often that goes to people's heads. And they take for granted the way other people need to feel and how they need to feel. And, you know, as a leader, and what I look for in leadership is, you know, is sort of all of the above. It's being a great communicator, right? Staying humble, right? And trying to inspire other people from the front, not from the back, right? Okay. And those are some of the things that are really important to me and some of the things that I look for in leaders. And that's kind of what I do for a living as well. As an executive recruiter, is I'm assessing people's leadership capabilities. So I get to pull from what I like that. I'm going to embed it into my world. Or I also get to see what bad leaders look like, right? Those that don't communicate, that don't manage expectations, that only share the good but sweep the bad under, right?
Right.
Those are the leaders that don't often have the most respect from their team, right? You have to treat people like they're adults, the adults that they are. And if you do that, it's amazing what can happen.
It's great. Great. Thank you. That's good. That's
my pleasure.
Great insight. How about people that you've looked up to? Anybody influence you?
Besides you?
Well, besides me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's not a one size fits all, right? Like the people that I look up to the most are the happy people, right? And whatever it is that makes them happy, it doesn't matter. They could be, you know, and pardon me for not Carlos.
Yes,
Carlos, right? Yeah. Carlos, for the audience, he is the gentleman that does all of the cleaning and maintenance of the building and make sure our trash is gone, make sure our desks are clean. Carlos, I admire Carlos, and he's the quote unquote janitor. Right. Why do I admire him? Not because of how successful he is in his life. I admire him because every single day and every time I see him throughout the day, he genuinely seems happy. He seems like he enjoys his job. He enjoys what he does. He especially enjoys when you invite him to stay for events and he has to be here till 11 p.m. in a blazer and telling people what to do, right? Like, yeah, you want to see that guy happy? Look at him from 7 p.m. till 11 on one of the event nights. It's like a kid in the candy store. He loves it. I admire that, right? Because so many people in this world go about their business through the motions and they don't look at themselves in the mirror and they're not satisfied. They wish they were doing something else. They wish they were here and they're not there. And that absorbs them, right? But the people who are just genuinely happy and satisfied, right? There's always things we want. There's always things we can be doing
there could always
better.
Be more, right?
Always.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
For everybody, no matter who you are, right? But the people who are satisfied and enjoy the ride, doesn't matter what they look like. Those are the people I admire the most in my life every day.
Well, shout out to Carlos. On that one.
Am I wrong though?
No.
That guy's happy, right? Every day.
You have to
He loves his job. He cleans my trash. One day he told me he was so excited. He's like, I finally had your office alone without you in there. I hope you don't mind. I cleaned your whole computer off for you. It was filthy. And I'm like, Carlos, thank you. My pleasure. Just good people.
That's what we like.
Yeah.
Good people all around on the team.
Good people everywhere. Positivity, positive energy.
You wanna shift off the work because we know I like a good work-life balance.
You got me
action.
here. I'll answer anything you got.
So how about what you're doing when you're not working?
What season?
Doesn't matter.
What time of day?
Let's start with the winter.
Okay. So the winter is ski season, it's snowshoeing season, and it's fat tire bike season.
Okay.
So every day of my life I walk my dog. Right, that's part of my exercise
Snowshoes
routine.
or not?
Snowshoes or not, in the snow, in the rain, in the sleet, got to walk the dog. I do about 5 miles walking every day in Hoboken. But on the weekends and nighttime where I have my time, it's all about being outside and being in the wilderness, getting my heart rate up.
Camp Bloom,
enjoying what I do, and biking, skiing, hiking, 3 of my favorite activities.
Okay.
Yeah. Always have side projects going on, some of which make sense, some of which don't, but there's always a lot of shit going on in my life.
A lot to do.
Yeah.
How about in the summer, the warmer months? What are you doing?
Summertime is mountain biking, hiking. I'd like to do a little more fly fishing.
I think I might be able to help you out on that.
I'm looking for someone who knows how to tie flies.
I don't know if I can tie flies. I can tie some knots.
There you go. What else? Golfing. Big golfer.
That's right. You're a big golfer.
I almost forgot about golf. But that's sort of summertime is like mountain biking, golfing, daydreaming.
Daydreaming.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I like to daydream.
Yeah? You want to share any daydreams with us?
Just the dreams, the hopes, the dreams, right? These days at pushing 47, my daughter's in 6th grade. Business has been really good. I'm a good saver, good investor, right? Like you start thinking about like, holy shit, like there might be an end of this work-life integration and it might become a life integration.
Right.
Which, I've got a lot of good hobbies and I'm prepared, but like I find myself like, oh my God, I'm really talking and thinking about like there will be a retirement in my life, and like it's crazy to think about, So it's definitely on my mind. I don't think it's going to happen in my 40s, but hopefully my early 50s, I'll be able to hang it up, maybe do some part-time work supporting you guys or whatever. And
so you're saying you're not going to give up the founding office anytime soon?
You're going to have to throw me out of here.
Okay. Well,
I will never leave Sweven.
We're going to pry your dead cold hands off the glass door.
Essentially. Yeah. This is my retirement office. This will be my getaway from my house, as long as I'm in Hoboken. If I move from Hoboken, it won't make sense anymore.
No. It makes sense because it's in Hoboken.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else you want to add? Any parting words?
No, I don't know that, it's hard to always pick one or two reasons why a business or performance does well. But, I'm a believer in sort of paying attention to, the reality, I guess, paying attention to sort of the things around you and that are impacting you. And I've done very, very well personally and professionally since coming back from the pandemic and having Sweven in my life. And I'd be very surprised if the environment and the lifestyle that you guys have created for me here isn't playing a major role in my personal development and growth as a leader, as a human. I think it's all part of the equation. And I think without Sweven in my life, I might not be where I am today. And just want to take the opportunity to say thank you for
You're very welcome.
For all the support that you and the team provide for me. It's the little things that go a big way, and I greatly appreciate all of them.
Well, we definitely appreciate you, and we appreciate the community that we have. You know, right? We created it. We wanted this community of entrepreneurs and creatives, and it's just keeps evolving. So we're just going to keep moving forward and doing what we're doing, and
that's it. And just stay inspired, and I think it's probably a transient environment. It's hard to sort of know who's going to stick and who's going to move on, right? But like, keep treating everybody as if they're the founding member, like you treat me, and they're leaving not because they're not happy. They're leaving because maybe their job changed or maybe their life changed. It's not that this place isn't inspiring. It's inspiring to all of us, and that's what everybody talks about, just how wonderful everybody is and how wonderful it is. And this place is awesome.
You heard it here on Meet the Members.
Thank you, Carlos.
Carlos, you're a big part of it. How about, here's something that just came to mind. What would your theme song be here? What would you walk into, like you're walking into Sweven? Could be anything. I have a thought, but I'm not sure.
Help me with it, DJ.
I was thinking Big Daddy Kane, but I don't know.
I could do a little Big Daddy Kane.
I was thinking that. Yeah. I don't know.
Can I get back to you on that?
You can. I was hoping I'd get it on. We'd catch it. We'd catch it live, like the first thing that came into your mind.
Just my obvious bullshit. So I'd like to think about that, and then we could jump back on and fill in the gap.
We could. Yeah. We also don't have to. I mean, you could even talk about your. I didn't even ask you about your thing you did for the first time that we talked about a while ago. Your heli skiing.
Oh yeah. There's a lot we could talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll jump back into a podcast another time and
Meet the Members too. Okay. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for coming by. Sweven Studios, where you can record your own podcast.
Which I've started to do, and then the pandemic got bad again, and I stopped, and I haven't gotten momentum. But I really want to be.
It's here.
I want to be doing it.
Steps away. Yeah. All right.
Well, thanks, Jameson.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having me. I said, yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me.
We're lucky to have you. Thanks, Adam.
Lucky to be here.